Hello, everyone. I'm Buford MC, and welcome back to another adventure in GregTech New Horizons. So, I have been very busy lately dealing with the IC2 crops, doing a lot of crop breeding, and I want to take a little bit of a break from it for now. So, today, what I want to do is I want to try a specific quest today, and that quest is this one right here, analyzing the soil in the LV tab. And what we have to do is make an advanced seismic prospector, which needs a couple of circuits, sensors, machine hull, tin cables, a few double steel plates. Doesn't sound too bad. But this machine itself is what I want to try and use. And there's a whole process related to this machine. And what this thing does here, the advanced seismic prospector, is, well, let's just read the quest to talk about it. So, tired of looking for ores by hand, want to find underground oil that will last a long time? A seismic prospector will tell you the ores in the surrounding chunks in a sorta handy book you can read, and also the underground fluids beneath you. It doesn't need to be powered. To determine which kind of fluid there is in the chunk, you need to scan the soil by right-clicking an advanced seismic prospector with 2 powder barrels or whatever these other things are. This one doesn't explode the user on use. Features. There are 4 types of oil and natural gas for the overworld. See the quest and tips and tricks once you've made an oil drill. Well, we can't do that just yet, I don't think. But there is a whole step-by-step process on what we need to do, and it is a little bit involved, I think. So we'll try it out. We'll see what we can get done, and that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and do this 5-step process to sort this thing out. So the first thing we need to do, though, is actually make the advanced seismic prospector. So let's go ahead and do that, because what we're going to try and do is scan the soil and see if we can find some new ore veins and apparently underground oil fields, which sounds interesting. So do we have everything? No, we don't. We're missing the double steel plates. That's pretty simple. Do we have steel plates? 1. Right, I think we've got some in here. Yep, there we go. So we just need to do that. Nope, I did it the wrong way. I always do it that way. I always manage to get that wrong. It's a recurring theme. Right, so there's the advanced seismic prospector. And there we go. Analyzing the soil, lovely. Right, so we are going to need to claim the quest reward for this immediately, because actually if you keep reading down here, we are going to need things like data sticks for this. So actually, let's just read the step-by-step process here. So we want to right-click explosives on this thing in the area that we want to scan, and we'll go do that in a bit. And then use a single data stick to extract the data by right-clicking on it. After the animation is finished, each will hold 1 result. Next, you need to put the data stick in a GT scanner, which we have, to have it analyzed. Place the analyzed data stick in the bottom right slot of a printer, and add 3 paper in the top left slot. And make sure you have at least 144 liters of squid ink in it. And then step 5, take the printed pages and combine it with a piece of leather in an assembling machine filled with at least 20 millibuckets of refined glue. So what we get out of this quest reward is we are going to get the data sticks, we are going to get the powder barrels, because data sticks are not easy or possible to make right now, so do not lose them. So we're going to go ahead and claim this, and let's put the loot bag in here, and let's put the coins downstairs. Since we're here. There we go, put those away. Right, so let's hold on to these. These are very valuable right now. How do we make these data sticks? Circuit assembler. Okay, it's not possible. I mean, I figured it wasn't, but interesting. That's what we're trying to do, I guess. Written book, scan book data, something like that. Right, interesting. And then the powder barrels. Oh, that's not too bad. That's actually quite easy. Wood, plank, string, and gunpowder. Right. Okay, so it is nighttime. Let's go to sleep here quick. In fact, let's just sleep in the bed since it's right here. There we go. So yeah, I've been doing a lot more in terms of the crop breeding, but yeah, I'm taking a break from it for now, and we're moving on with some other quests. Right, so what we need to do is we need to go to an area that we want to scan. So what I was thinking was, we're going to do it out in here. So we have a little tunnel into the mountain. Now, this is a machine, so I'm assuming it could still blow up if it rains. So we're going to go into the tunnel. Probably go maybe around here somewhere. That seems like a good area to scan since we haven't found any of the ores down here. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do first. Let's grab the hang glider since it's a bit faster. Just need to go a little ways. But when you do it like this, you go a lot faster like that. Just hold the space bar and you're off. Yep, not too bad. Right, where are we at? Let's go a little bit further. That's where we fought the Wither in there, isn't it? Let's go maybe a little bit more down here. Now, this is more... Let's do it right here, then. I think that's a nice spot. Let's see. Nah, this is fine. Let's do it here. I mean, we can do a few... Maybe we'll do a few of these. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes. So what we need to do, then, is right-click on this thing, I think. Let's take a look. We right-click explosives, and it uses... It said how many it uses. 2 powder barrels. So let's right-click on this. It needs no power. Okay, there it goes. So 40 seconds is how long this is going to take. So it's currently, I guess, doing the prospecting right now. Interesting. We gotta wait 40 seconds for this. So we are getting very close now to the completion here of all the LVH quests. Only a few more to go. So we still got some of these tougher ones to do, especially this one since we need the brewing stand, which needs Thermcraft. And I think we're getting close. We're going to probably jump into Thermcraft here pretty soon. So we'll be jumping into that soon. I mean, this is just a checkbox, but I've been holding on to it until we actually get into Thermcraft, just because. But yeah, we're doing quite well. What's this one here? Ah, this is the printer. This is something we're going to need for this, so we're going to have to make that as well, and looks pretty simple to make. I'll bookmark that for now. And, alright, looks like this guy is done, so what we need to do now, I think, is take a look here. Use a single data stick to extract the data by right-clicking on it after the animation has finished. So a single data stick, we right-click. Okay, did that do anything? Yes, it did. Raw prospection data, right. Okay, so we got that done, and I should have my wrench in here so we can grab you. Does this thing even have an interface? Yeah, it doesn't even have an interface. Right, well, we take that. We've got the raw prospection data. And next, we need to go and put the data stick into a GT scanner to have it analyzed. Right, so we have to head up to the crop breeding area now so that we can go ahead and scan this data stick. Okay, so it's a little bit of an involved process. A couple of steps still to go, but it'll be interesting because this will scan at least some of the ores, but it will scan also the underground fluids, which we haven't been able to detect those yet. And I think we need like a multi-block oil rig or something for that in order to actually extract those, which, again, I don't think we can quite make it yet. I'll take a look at that in a moment here, but let's head on up here so we can get our scanner to scan this data stick here. Now, again, I have actually been completing a few other quests up here. I haven't done too much, but we do have a few more quests here that we need to, turn in here. Sugar beets, this was the copper ore berries, and the sapphirum seeds. So I've done a few things up here, but here is our scanner. So we should just put you in, I think. Ooh, 50 seconds that'll take, right. All right, well, let's take a look then at that multi-block oil rig. I think it's in multi-block goals. Yep, time to drill for oil. I think it's that one there. It's gated by the MV quest, right? So we're not that far from it. The fluid drilling rig, yeah, this one right here. Yeah, we're a little ways off from doing that. MV energy hatch. We're not far from MV, though, so. Yeah, pumps are nice, but you're going to reach a point where you'll want more oil. This multi-block will help with that, but you'll need to search for oil using a seismic prospector, which is what we're doing now. And you can find raw, light, medium, and heavy oil. There's also a chance to find natural gas. Okay, sounds interesting enough. We'll definitely be using that at some point once we get into MV. Now, what was the other quest? It mentioned something about tips or tricks. Completed. What is this one? One's Guide to Better Trees. Okay. Maybe I've already checked that one off somewhere. Digging deeper? No, that's about ores. What was the what did it say? Let's see. It said it at the beginning, didn't it? Determine, let's see, no. Here we go. It says there are 4 types of oil and natural gas for the overall. See the quests and tips and tricks once you made it. It's probably locked. We probably don't have it unlocked yet, right? All right, well, this is probably done. Yes, it is. So it has analyzed prospection data by dimension, and it has the coordinates. Right, perfect. So what do we do now? Next step, we're going to need to use... Place the analyzed data stick in the bottom right slot of a printer. We need the printer now. Right, actually, let's fly down. I usually do from here. It's actually quite fun to do that. I mean, this is a pretty nice mountain right here, isn't it? Pretty tall. Make a big splash into the pond. Right, so we're going to need to go ahead and make a printer. That should not be too difficult. Let me put these extra ones. Well, let's actually hold on to another. We might do this a second time. Doesn't seem like we're that far from finishing, so we just need the printer, which we do have everything. I don't need 5 printers. Let's put those right there. And printer, right. Where should we put the printer at? Okay, we got that quest done. Actually, I know where we can put the printer. Let's put it over here. This is where I had the scanner initially. So let's put the printer right there. There's some power for you. Right, so we put the data stick in here, I guess. Yep, data stick. And what else is it we need to do? So we need to put in the bottom right slot, that's what we did. Add 3 paper in the top left slot, and make sure you have 144 liters of squid ink in it. Right. So squid ink. How do we get squid ink? I guess that would be like an ink sac. If I were to guess, it's going to be an ink sac, yep, in a fluid extractor, and that's all we need to do. Perfect. We have a ton of those. Yeah, I mean, they're all over the place here. I'll take one. We just need a single one, it looks like. We'll put that into fluid extractor. Grab a large cell, and we'll extract that. And we are going to need, it said, 3 pieces of paper. There we go, 3 pieces of paper. Let's go ahead and put all that in here. So we'll put the paper and the ink sac. Alright, here we go, we're printing. Takes 20 seconds, only uses 2 of you a tick, so... Not too difficult, but it is printing. What are we going to get out of this? Printed pages used to make written books, analyze prospection data. Right. So we've got the pages. Now we actually have to turn it into a book, which is step 5. So take the printed pages and combine it with a piece of leather in an assembling machine filled with at least 20 millibuckets of refined glue. Right. So we need leather. Where was leather at? I have some. Yes, there we go. Did it just say 1 leather? Combine a piece of leather, and we need refined glue. Okay, we have that, and we can put it all in here. The printer pages, leather, and off we go. All right, let's see what we got. There it is. Analyze prospection data. Right, so this should tell us everything. I think it's going to automatically put it in the map as well. Yep, there it is. You found 6 new oil veins, 9 new oil fields. Right. Prospection report. Okay, so it tells us the ore veins as well. Copper, manganese, gold, redstone, iron, and the fluids as well. Okay, interesting. Now, I think it also syncs it to the map, though, so let's go look at the map. Yep, there it is. So we've got copper. Oh, there's a couple of manganese ones. It's actually not bad. Redstone, iron, gold, and then the oil. I think we can check this. Ah, here we go. Okay, so this is interesting. So, a couple of empty ones here. Got oil, heavy oil, raw oil, empty, heavy oil. Interesting. These seem like they could be good ones. Seems like a lot more in there. These don't have much. These do. Interesting. Ah, if you zoom in, you see even more. Yeah, so the underground oil fields are much bigger. Okay, interesting. Right, so that wasn't too terribly difficult of a process. Let's go to sleep. It is nighttime here. Right, so that wasn't too terribly difficult, I don't think. So, should we do it one more time? Let's see. Let's look at the map again. What should we scan now? I want to scan somewhere not too close to the oil fields. I would like to see the oil fields around the actual base. Yeah, let's do it near the base then. Let's see what kind of underground oil is actually near the base then. So, do something like right here. Just go a tiny bit in and see what that does. So, 2 powder barrel. We do need a data stick. Did I grab? Well, actually, I can grab it after I set this thing up. So, put these in. It'll take 40 seconds. I think we can reuse the data stick, I believe. The data stick should still be in the printer. There it is. I think I can reset it. Yes, there it is. We've reset the data stick. Now, this book at this point, we pretty much don't even need. I think I can just throw it out. Because it synchronized everything to the map. I don't think there's anything that in that book that the map otherwise wouldn't tell us. Right, so we just gotta do this one more time just to see what we get. We won't see the ore veins, I don't think. Well, we might actually discover a few, actually. There's a couple here we might find, so we might get a couple. So we right-click you. There we go, with Wasp prospection data. And we have to run all the way up here again. That's the only thing about having that scanner up there. Maybe I should make a new one and put it in the actual base, in case we need to scan other things. But for now, it's not that bad. We'll just run back up here again. We are going to need to get some other stuff prepared, though. I just remember we need the ink, don't we? Alright, put you in there. Scan you. That takes 50 seconds, right. Well, we're waiting for that. Is there anything of major significance I can show you around here? Not really. Oh, what happened here? Ah, I forgot to get rid of something, didn't I? Whoops. And it's actually quite bad, isn't it? Alright, let's go fix that now. I knew it. I knew I forgot to remove one of the crop sticks. Okay, it's alright. Lost something. I don't know what we had here. Just trying to breed something. We did get something out of that, though. What is that? Let's go grab the plant lens, then. Looks like everything else is fine. We got some spider nip. Right, okay. Interesting. Alright, well, you gotta be careful around these crops. You always do. Is anything... Let me just check down here as well, make sure everything's okay. Looks like it is. Right. We should have that data stick scanned. Go. Okay, so let's go fly on down again. Whoops. Almost fell there. Right, we are going to need to get more squid ink here, aren't we? Let's grab that. You in there. Grab that. We need to get some paper. And we should be able to go ahead and print out the pages now. Right, I think we've got this down pat almost now. So, yeah, this is interesting here, though. It tells us all about these ores and the oil fields. I'd be interested to see what we've got directly under us, at least. I really hope, though, now there is actually still one ore vein in particular I'm looking for. It's this one here, the mica. I know I could just go out and use the ore finder one to get it, but, I mean, because I think I can use, I think kyanite. Is that one part of, I think we have, maybe I'm wrong? No, not kyanite. Cassiterite, maybe. Alunite, yeah. Do we have that one? Maybe we don't. No, I don't know if we have that. I think we have the cassiterite sand. Hallucite, let's look at that one then. Right, maybe I don't have any of these then. I'll have to take a look at that. So, I mean, it does say also, if you have no luck in finding this vein yet, try to look for them with a prospector once you get them. So, I can always use that as well. Right, well, we got the printed pages, so let's come and grab a piece of leather. Who knows, maybe we'll find it right next to the base here. So, assembler, printed pages, and leather. There we go, we got another book. Let's see what we have. Alright, we got 1 new ore vein, 9 new oil fields. Tin. Okay, let's see what we have. Let's look at the map here. So, okay, this is interesting. We got tin vein there. Looks like those new ones there. Oh, no, I'm looking over here is what I'm looking at. There's a tin vein there. That's the one new one. Let's look at the oil fields. Okay, here we go. So, look at that. We got oil right near the base right there. That's actually could be a fairly decent one, it looks like. Yeah, okay, that's not a bad spot right there for there to be oil. The other ones look fairly empty. Oh, there's natural gas in this one here. Light oil, not much of it. Although, these numbers don't look too high, but I think this is, like, quite a lot, actually. This one's not too much. 7 to 12. Still a little bit, I guess, but... yeah, right, interesting. Yeah, there's a large empty area right around here, interestingly enough, but... that seems like an area that we may have some success in, so that could be good for the future when we actually make the multi-block. Right, so let me just look at the book, see if there's anything else of importance in here. Nah, I don't see anything of interest. Let's throw that away. Right, alright, so that was interesting there. I'll first kind of look there at the Seismic Prospector. I might have to use that in order to find the mica, unless I have anything that could help me, but I don't know if we have anything that actually is found in this vein here that's going to help me use the ore finder one. For maybe I'm wrong, and consider right. That's different. It's not the same thing, I don't believe, as the... that's interesting right there. Can sift that to get zirconium. I don't think I've ever got that. Interesting. Right. But anyways, though, I'll have to figure that one out on my own at some point, so we'll get to that one. But yeah, we got those done, so let's claim this ink sacs is all we get from that. Right, we got that, and then we also completed... well, we have one loot bag from here. But we also completed a few ones in the farming tab, so let's grab those as well, and then open up our loot bags. So, Sweet Tooth, this was the sugar one. We get... oh, we get a lot of stuff. Ooh, that's a new food. Handful of jelly babies. Honeycomb chocolate bar, and a enchanted IC2 crops loot bag. We got a loot bag. This was the ore berries. That was just a normal one. Saphirum, this was a loot bag here. And I think that is everything. Right, well, let me go put these foods away. We can actually eat this one here. Handful of jelly babies, right. Let's go ahead and eat that then. It is a new food. Ooh, and it gives you speed too. Interesting. Right, well, let me put those away in here. And let's go ahead and open our loot bags up. Alright, so LV loot bag we have. Let me lock this as well, since I don't want things to go in there accidentally. Alright, let's see what we get. Loot bag LV. We got meat feast, pizza, and a Damascus steel hammer. Not too bad. I see 2 crops. Ooh, we got another filing cabinet. Good, I can add that to the crop area, and some wheat. And, ooh, we got more Weed X. Lovely. And then the enchanted one. Let's see what we get. We got crop sticks and hydration cell. Well, I'll never say no to crop sticks. You do go through a ton of them when you do farming. But yeah, we got a couple of interesting items there. I mean, we didn't get a majorly big thing, but it's always good to get some of the things on. Oh, you can see the, I just noticed that the oil field on the map there. There we go. So yeah, that was our first kind of look there at the Seismic Prospector and kind of using that to scan for new ores veins and new kind of the underground oil fields. So yeah, we've discovered a couple of them now. This is interesting here with the floors. This one might be quite good for us here next to the base. I'm quite happy with that. And yeah, I'm going to have to start looking for that mica. So if you've got any other ideas on how I might be able to find that, do let me know. But we'll see. Maybe maybe I do have one of these, but maybe I do have something I can use with the ore finder one, but I don't. Well, actually, wait a minute. Mica, don't I have mica dust somewhere? I do. Oh, well, that's easy. I can just use that. Well, that makes everything much easier for me then, actually. So that's all I have to do to get the mica then. So yeah, I'll have to get on to that. I'll probably go out and look for mica here pretty soon. But yeah, I think we're going to leave this episode there, and we will carry on with some other stuff probably next time. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.